Welcome to my Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate tutorial for the Lance. Now the Lance is a very different weapon, different from the other hack and slash weapons, because the Lance is more of a poke type weapon, and your attacks are slow and you have extremely bad mobility. So this is your running speed with your lance put back. Now if you unsheath your lance, take a look at this walking speed. This is perhaps the slowest walking speed possible, and you are not going to get anywhere on the field by walking with your lance out. So if you need to cover a certain amount of distance, always evaluate if it is worth it to sheath your weapon in order to be able to walk faster. Now on to the lance attacks. Moving forward with the axe gets you this forward poke, forward thrust, which is called the poke, and standing still gets you 1, 2, 3 pokes. This is a low poke. This is in contrast to your A attacks, which is this 1, 2, and 3. This is a upward poke, and both your X and your A's can combo into each other, but only up to 3 times. For example, XXX, AAA, or a combination of the two, XAX, XXA. You notice that no matter how many times you press, it will not combo beyond the 3rd attack. So that's it for the X and A. If you press X and A together, you get this wide swinging attack. This is somewhat similar to the Fate Slash of the longsword, except it doesn't come with the back jump of the Fate Slash. Now with your weapon drawn out, the lance uniquely has a back step. Now this is the reason why you may have noticed me mentioning how the previous weapons that I've covered do not have a back step, because the lance has a back step. And even if you were to move forward, pressing B will still give you a back step. And if you were to change directions abruptly, you will still change directions and then backstep from the direction that you were facing. Okay. Now you can do a side dodge from an attack, attacking and a side dodge, attacking and a side dodge. Notice that the distance covered by this side dodge is very small, and I'm not sure if this is even sufficient to get you out of a monster's hit zone if you are standing in the monster space. And that's it for the basic attacks. So just like your standard X and A moves, the XA swinging attack can also combo into any of the X and A attacks. For example, X, A, XA. But never more than 3. X, A, XA, X. No, it doesn't work. So the lance can only combo up to 3 attacks. Now holding RT puts your shield up, and this is the biggest advantage of the lance. You have a very strong shield as opposed to a small shield like the sword and shield. If you remember, in the Sword and Shield video, when you block and I got hit by the Renoplos, although you do not take damage, you will be sent flying backwards. Now, if you are a lance user and you block, you will not move at all. You will remain solidly on the ground and you are an absolute tank. And that is why I mentioned that the lance is a markedly different weapon from the previous hack and slash weapons, because instead of being the fancy damage dealer that runs all over the place with your fancy combos, the lance user should be a tank. You should tank right in front of the monster's face and be comfortable absorbing all of his hits. Nothing will hit you except for very large attacks such as a Great Jaggi's body slam. Even projectile attacks such as fireballs and water bombs will do absolutely nothing to you except reduce your stamina. Now with your shield up, you can press X, and this is known in game as a counter thrust. This attack cannot combo into anything, but it's good for the situational poke on the monster. Let's say you are standing right in the monster's face and you're blocking, and you see a short window of opportunity. You can just press X to do a little stab. Now if you block and you press A, you will do a charged attack, and this is the single strongest damage, the single strongest attack from a lance. A fully charged charge attack. This attack can be cancelled by pressing the A button immediately before the charge effect begins. So you trigger the attack and then you spam A, so you get this larger motion of upward thrust without the charge effect. But if you let the charge effect begin, then no matter how many times you spam the A button, you will be committed to the charge attack. And interestingly, although the lance would appear to have a very poor mobility at face value, simply because you would observe this walking speed and go, oh, this is absolutely slow. The lance can cover a great distance in a short period of time with the this is also called a charge attack. I'm not really sure what the names are, so let me just go through the official names. It is known as the dash attack. Okay, not charge attack, the dash attack, right? So the dash attack is done by blocking and then X and A together. You will go into a bulldozing mode. You will charge forward until you completely run out of stamina. You will not even stop if you have encountered terrain that is blocking you, such as this. Even against the wall, you will continue to dash forwards until you are completely out of stamina. This is good for chasing down monsters or simply closing the distance when a monster has jumped a considerable distance away from you. You can cancel out of this dash attack by pressing X. So pressing X, okay, and curiously, pressing X to cancel a dash attack is known as a finishing attack, as stated here. A finishing blow. Pressing the X button during a dash attack to deal a finishing blow. So this does much higher damage compared to a simple forward thrust. Finishing blow. Right. And another thing to note is when you are blocking, you can slowly inch forward, or you can press X. It's something like a forward dodge. Bear in mind that this consumes stamina, so it is very similar to a backstab. Also notice that for as long as you're holding down your shield, your stamina will not regenerate, so I'm not regenerating stamina in between these backstabs. But the forward... Okay, even the forwards. You will regenerate stamina if you hold down your shield, but move the circle pad to crawl in any direction. So a little trick to be aware of. Let's say you are at low stamina. You can crawl forwards with your shield up to regain stamina. Now, I will head on to the next area with the Rhenoplos, just to give you a demonstration of how blocking with a lance will not send you flying. Okay, so this is the Rhenoplos. Let me block and face him. Okay, watch this. Absolutely nothing. That is the absolute defense of a lance. Be aware that you must be facing the correct direction. For example, if I have my back towards this Rhenoplos, even though I am in a blocking position, I will still be thrown forwards because the shield is not facing the right direction. So that's all for the technical demonstration of a lance. Let us move on to our demonstration against a Great Jaggi. Right, so here we are with the Great Jaggi. As a lance user, you don't really need to be keeping a distance. Instead, you should be right in the monster's face, because you can just stab away. Like this. Okay, you can tank attacks without fear of retaliation. However, you are going to be a bit slow in dealing damage. Okay, this is a good time to give him a charge attack, because he's busy screaming. Okay, it's a very good idea to quickly retaliate after you have blocked an attack. Right, that was a skill one. Okay. Even his body slam deals no damage. Oh my god, that was a miss. But you just keep poking him like this. And then I'm trying to get a hard shot off. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is a good chance to. Oh damn! I wanted to show off the dash attack. So let's just make our way to Area 5. Remember the strongest single attack that you have is the charged attack. So that is to block, and then oh my god, I missed. Right, this, and then immediately follow with XXX, AAA. Right. So it can get a bit sluggish with Lance, but remember, you're not supposed to be. Oh my god, what was that? That was a flying kick. As a Lance, you're not supposed to be running around and stabbing monster from all sides. Instead, you should be firmly rooted in place with your shield as an impenetrable defense, and just blocking an attack and immediately retaliating with a quick stab, or if you can see a longer opportunity window, you may just release the shield and perform an XXX combo. So that's it for our Lance demonstration. Thanks for watching, and see you again in our next videos.